I got woken up feeling surrounded but it is the Day of the Dead. It's like being in a vortex. It's all golden light. Whoa. It's just the ancestors letting me know they're here. I had this need to move my staff to my altar, so I wonder if that's got anything to do with it. I don't know. I was certainly sitting with a lot of ancestors in the frequency though. You done putting on your show? I love you. I love you, Mummy and Daddy. I love you, my nannies and koros. I love you, my sister. I love you, my cousins and aunties and uncles. Well, if that wasn't a great big fat I love you back, I don't know what is. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our family. DEBBIECALLAGHAN. Thank you for the invitation. You're making me feel quite emotional. I feel like my heart's just gotten a great big hug from the universe. I mean, technically it did. And whoever you are now, hope you've been out trick-or-treating, or you are out trick-or-treating. Especially you, Dad, you would have loved that. Love being a kid trick-or-treating. Although you won't be a kid, you'll be an adult. So, yeah, okay. None of you would be kids, other than cousins and aunties that died recently, so scratch that. I keep forgetting it's been such a long time since I lost most of you. Still seems like yesterday. So what do you think of the products I've been working on? My High Priestess products for the dead and dying and pregnant and laboured and newborns. God, it's so quiet. Do you approve of what I'm doing? I mean, I know you approve because you're the ones that are having me do it. I don't know what to say, so I'm trying to make conversation, but I really just would prefer to just sit in this moment. There's a lot going on at the moment. I feel like I'm juggling about 50 plates, keeping them spinning. While we sit and wait for justice. I really can't wait to get this show on the road so that I can teach people the truth about what the paranormal is, because I'm getting so tired of watching people exploit the dead. It's so disrespectful of the memory of anyone who's gone before us, to have people think that they stayed chained and bound to the earth when it's just simply not true. The truth is so much more beautiful. And the only way I'm going to be able to teach people is to show them. When they hear the bangs and the voices and see the shadows and the wisps, and I can explain it all by showing them. And the only way I can show them is to get a crew and go visit these places and do investigations and say, see, this is what this is, and this is what that is, and if I have to pull out little scientific experiments and examples, magnets and compasses and oh, you approve of that. I know you do. You're the ones pushing me to do it. It's important that people know this stuff. Because the lack of understanding is causing great distress in the world. It's creating unnecessary fear and paranoia. I saw an article in the news about the royal family being terrified out of their homes due to hauntings and that, and it's like I would love to say to them, I'll fix it, I can fix it for you, and I'll show you what it is, and I'll explain what it all is. And once you know what it all is, once you realise, once you know whether you're dealing with something paranormal or supernatural, it changes everything. You stop being afraid and you become fascinated. It's once you realise it's a time bend or a time slip, and you realise that it's supernatural, that's so much better than thinking it's like a dead person wandering the earth. Because trapped spirits are very rare. There's so many different levels to the paranormal and supernatural, and it is all based on perception and the psychology of what you understand death and the evolution of the soul to be. When you understand the truth, it's so much better, it's so much more engaging and exciting, and you don't have fear. It's becomes almost like an honour and a privilege to be standing inside time and atoms that are forming in front of your eyes, that show you a glimpse into time, past, present and future, that the ordinary person doesn't get to experience. It's a world of wonder. The supernatural world is a world of wonder and hope and faith and love and amazement and like, when you see it and you know it and you understand it, why wouldn't you want to share that with people? When you see people going to these places and they're getting scared, and you know that people are too scared to sleep in their homes and kids are too scared to sleep in their bedrooms. People are fleeing their homes and making up all these suggestive thoughts in their head as to what it is, and then you get these paranormal people and these psychics and mediums and clairaudiologists. Hang on. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. One a kiss, two a wish, three a letter. Excuse me. Yeah, when you get all these people coming in and saying it's a demon and it's a possession and, you know, ooh, it's scary and it's someone who was murdered and it was a suffering this and an angry that, and it's just not even. It's not even. It's literally all in your head, as in you create your perception of it. That's the paranormal, but the supernatural is the apparitions and the voices and, you know, hearing the party music and the footsteps up the hallway and that's the supernatural. That's time bends and time slips. Everything else is all in your head. And I'm going to go to these places that are known for paranormal activity, and I'm going to go anywhere where I'm invited to do investigations from people that just want this stuff to stop in their homes and their businesses and on their land. And I'm going to explain it all in any way that I have to make them understand based on their faith, based on, you know, Einstein says if you can't explain your science to a child, you don't understand your science. So I have come up with, you know, a plethora of different ways of explaining my science to young and old, to people who believe in God and people who don't, to people who understand science and people who don't. So that when I walk away from an investigation, there's no confusion as to what it is they're dealing with. People fear what they don't understand. It's basic human instinct to fear what they don't understand. It's, you know, it's human instinct. It all harks back to when we were predators when we were prey, having to watch out for predators. You get that feeling and, you know, you either freeze or you flee or you fight. I was reading the article about the royal family and I thought I would give anything to just go to them and say, let me go in with my BFG and I'll explain what it is and I can show you how to fix it and we'll shut it down. And, you know, it's quite silly really. People need to understand that when houses and buildings and castles and manors and mansions and stately homes and, you know, when these places for residents were built, they were built with the express purpose of raising families in them. These houses are built, these residential buildings are built with the express purpose of married couples and having babies and raising children and Christmases and parties and celebrations. And these houses get bad reputations for being haunted and, evil and cursed, and it's heartbreaking to the homes, because homes have a consciousness, because they're made from organic materials, they're made from the earth. And just like Papa Tuanuku, just like Grandmother Earth, houses want to embrace their families and nurture and look after the people that live inside them, especially if there's animals and children in that. It's a house's pride to take care of the residents inside them, because it's what they're there for. It's like Christmas trees. People don't understand that Christmas trees, it's a high honour for a Christmas tree to be chosen, to be decorated, to see that family into the new year. They look forward. It's a privilege for them. They know that they will be regrowing. A Christmas tree is like a never-ending recycled tree. They have entire farms where they just keep recycling, regrowing the same trees and that. So the Christmas tree lives on forever, and they're really just kind of technically trimming the tops of them to put decorations on at Christmas time. And they love being Christmas trees. It's a high honour for them to be chosen as, like, the totem for the family, while they are detaching from the past to welcome the future. And houses are no different. And when they are treated like they are something to be afraid of, when they are disrespected by, with the insinuations of being something that can't do its job in protecting its family, it hurts the house. And you'll often find that when the love is gone, when the love of a home is replaced by fear, you start to see the house break apart. So, you might have plumbing issues or gas issues, or, windows, like, not closing properly or getting drafts, or, the boiler might break, or, floorboards start to creak and doors don't close properly and cupboards might break apart and hinges might fall apart. That's when a house is heartbroken. When the architect designs it, he puts all his love and his creativity into building something that he hopes is going to bring so much love and joy to the people that live inside it. So all that love, when he's sitting in the atomic frequency, because architects are creative empaths, and so they get this vision in their head, that comes from like a higher source, from the atomic frequency, and they design these homes and these castles and whatever, with the express purpose of, my design is going to raise families for generations, and that love and that compassion and that excitement goes into every line and stroke that he designs. And then the builders come in, and the masons, and the stonemasons, and they chisel away and they chip away and they build this home where they know what they build with their own two hands is going to raise families and laughter and, joviality and celebrations and mornings and all of that for generations to come. Every builder and every architect hopes that whatever it is that they're being paid to build is going to last for generations to come. It is a testament to the quality of and craftsmanship of their work. If they, if what they design, if their homes and that are still standing, decades and centuries later. So there's all that love and pride that goes into every inch of building these homes. And then people come along and mar that with negative interpretations of physics that they don't understand, and then they pass that negativity on to the people that live in it, or the people who visit, the tourists and that, and it's just like this perpetual cycle of spreading negativity and spreading fear and spreading unnecessary paranoia and assumption that hurts the home. Like, it's heartbreaking. It hurt it, like it's almost what would, it's almost like not racist, but like it's just wrong. People need to understand that our homes are made from earth. The fundamental basics and foundations of our home is made from earth. Our windows are made from glass, and glass is made from sand that comes from our beaches. Our foundations and our concrete and all of that is made up of all sorts of soils and minerals and earth and wood from our trees, and rocks and stones, and granite and marble, depending on how ostentatious your house is, like if you're a royal. And this all comes from Papatūānuku. This all comes from Te Whiti. This all comes from Gaia. This all comes from Mother Earth, or Grandmother Earth. She's grandmother. And our countries are the mothers and fathers. That's why we say the fatherland or the motherland. Our countries are the children of Grandmother Earth. And she allows us to take parts of her loving, nurturing spirit to build our homes around, so that we can raise our children and have our marriages and have our loving relationships, and nurture our dying and grieve and mourn our dying. And our houses are our gifts from Grandmother Earth, for shelter, not just of the physical but of the spiritual as well. Because when you look at all the things that go on inside a home, if you live there for decades, you love, you laugh, you cry, you celebrate, you mourn, you fight, you make up, you make love, you procreate, you grieve, you celebrate. And all of that gets soaked up into the materials of the fabrics of the buildings. And every now and then, when the frequency is just right, the house likes to play back those memories. And people not knowing what it is that the house is dealing with, or what the house is doing, because the house likes to remember things as well. Stone tape theory. People think it's dead people wandering the halls. Haunting. Possessing. And it's just insulting. It's embarrassing. It's such a, I was going to say Stone Age way to think, but I mean, Stone Age men understood that that wasn't the case. They understood it was, Stone Age man was far more onto it when it came to the spiritual than modern day man, that's for sure. So my sons and I are going to hit the road, and we're going to investigate these places, and we're going to offer our services, although they'll mostly be sitting in the RV. They're at their age. unless I need to, I need to use the drones, in which case they'll use the drones, because I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't even know how to turn one of those blooming things on. But there'll be times we will have to use drones just to make sure the areas that we go into are safe enough to go into, especially if they're like derelict or run down and that. But yeah, anyone that needs our help, if they genuinely want it to go away, I've offered to help people who keep complaining in the media about their places being haunted, and I say to them, I can fix it. Like, I can make it go away. Like, I can stop it. I can show you what this is and fix it all for you. And they don't want my help because then they don't get the publicity. It really annoys me, these people that, oh, woe is me, my establishment, my hotel, my business, my home, my tavern, my whatever, my castle is haunted. Like, oh, and it's, tourist this and, um, scary this and publicity that, talk. And then when they're offered the chance to make it go away, they realise if that happens, they're not going to get the publicity anymore. They won't get the money, they won't get the tourists. So they keep the house. They would rather have the pain and suffering stay so that they can get notoriety and fame and money and tourist dollars and all of that, than to do the right thing and fix it all so that there's a little less hurt being put out into the world, because it's organic. The materials in that are all organic, so whatever energy gets absorbed into the building gets sent straight back into the earth. And when the frequency is just right, one trigger, one negative thing happening out in the world, like the butterfly effect, can trigger an earthquake or a tsunami or a flood or, a mudslide, or one bad word, one bad deed, one negative thing done in a castle in Scotland could be the reason why there's flooding in Thailand, because it's like an energy bullet that gets shot down through the materials of the buildings down into the planet. And then, there's an aftershock and after effect. And things like war don't just go into Grandmother Earth, but it also goes out into the universe as well. So when I can explain this and I can show people how to fix it, it makes it go away and it balances the scales. Energy has to be balanced perfectly in order to ascend and elevate and expand our universe, which is still birthing itself. And everything relies on everything else. Synergy. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Everything relies on everything else in order to expand. So when we're free, we're going to show you all how it's done. And then when I have my Alchemist Cavern Museum and Education Centre, I'm going to hold classes. I'm going to do night classes. And I'm going to show people how to do it all themselves. so that then they can go off to their towns and countries and homes and all of that, and help me do all of this, because I'm one person. I can't do it all on my own. And the more people I have helping me, the sooner we can make all the bad stuff go away. So I got woken up and I thought, why did I get woken up? I knew I was surrounded by the ancestors, with it being like the Day of the Dead, I knew. But I didn't think it was going to. They've been silent this whole time I've been talking, and now I'm getting ready to say goodbye. There they are. But I knew there'd be a reason why they woke me up. They obviously wanted me to make this video so that I could put this message out there. I'll find the article about the royal family. There was another one about some paranormal guy going on about prison, this haunted prison, and it's just, oh my, I want to bang their heads together, because it's like, stop it. No, stop it. But I'll go in, and because, with my gift, I'll be able to tell you exactly who it is, what they're doing, how they're doing it. If it's a time slip, a time bend, I'll be able to bring all of that to you. And I'm just very excited. I've been making up a whole pile of, I'm going to have Mary Poppins bag. But I'm going to have all my little things in it, my ritual salts and my talismans and my BFG and, all my holy water, all the things that I need. Well, all the things that I'll need to perform my cleansings and rituals, and, I'll have it all there in my little Mary Poppins bag. Thought I saw something moving in the mirror there. I'll have to watch that back. I could have sworn I saw a shadow in the mirror. Around about 40 minutes. 40 minutes and some seconds. I swear I'm going to have to watch that back. Anyway. So we're going to get an RV. And we're going to travel around. And I'll get a wee filming crew and a driver. And when we do America and all of that, we'll get a filming crew. Because I'm not going to be, I don't want to be behind the camera anymore. I want to be in front of it. When my tooth gets fixed, I'll be in front of the camera. Because then you can see my expressions and, you'll know who I am. I want to be in front of the camera. So I'll need people recording. Even if it's just a guy. And I wear a mic. I don't care. My crew will be made up of my boys and me and whoever's holding the camera. Oh. Going out of focus. That usually means a wave of energy. Anyway, so I've obviously done what I've been, oops, focused again. I've obviously done what I needed to, what they wanted me to say. So, Happy Halloween for those where it's still Halloween in your country. Happy Day of the Dead from my ancestors to yours. Hold your head up. Have a beautiful day and know you are loved. Bye.